Guys, another allegation is coming from APC. They are levying another allegation against Obaseki, but this one having a relationship or meeting with Inec Rec Mike Igini. APC levies fresh allegations against Inec Rec Mike Igini over midnight meeting with Obaseki. Mr. Mike Igini, Inec's resident electoral commissioner, Akwa Ibom State, has been asked by the APC to explain his presence at Protea Hotel in Benin City, where national commissioners of the electoral body from Abuja were lodged in fresh allegations raised by the party over Igini's alleged connivance with Governor Godwin Obaseki to rig the September 19 governorship election. Recall that the APC had earlier alleged that Mr. Igini met with Governor Godwin Obaseki in his private residence at dawn on Thursday, where a deal was struck to rig the state's election. According to the accounts of the APC, Mr. Mike Igini left the meeting with sacks of money and subsequently intensified his unsanctioned recruitment of youth corps members traditionally engaged by Inec to serve as presiding officers at polling units. In a new statement released by Mr. John Mayaki, the chairman of the APC Media Campaign Council, on Friday, the APC says it has received testimony from some contracted youth corps members who detailed how they were approached by Mr. Igini and offered a deal to swap results with fake pre-written ballots allegedly in production at the Edo State Government House. The APC also claimed that Mr. Mike Igini approached national commissioners of Inec invited from Abuja at their hotel in Benin City to persuade them into joining the rigging plot. We have obtained pictures of Mr. Mike Igini at Protea Hotel, where visiting national commissioners of Inec from Abuja were lodged. He apparently went there to run the errands of Governor Godwin Obaseki and the PDP. He was overheard at the hotel discussing the Edo governorship election and the recruitment of ad hoc staff in an attempt to ascertain the disposition of the officers before persuading them to join the rigging plan he has perfected with the governor. We dare Mr. Mike Igini to deny his presence at this hotel, and we shall immediately supply pictorial evidence to the press and members of the public. The party charged Inec to investigate and sanction Mr. Igini and carry out a cleansing exercise to purge its rank of compromised officers. Well, press conference on Governor Godwin Obaseki's criminal attempt to infiltrate Inec and rig Edo election through bribed Inec officers like Mr. Mike Igini. Our mission today is to alert you and the people of Edo State the relatively new and dangerous dimensions of the elaborate and state-sponsored plot by Mr. Godwin Obaseki and his party of tax collectors, the PDP, to rig the September 19 governorship election. It is already a well-known fact that the outgoing governor, Mr. Godwin Obaseki, has unleashed on the state an army of well-armed thugs and cultists who are moving from place to place to attack innocent people with the aim of striking terror into them and scaring them away from expressing their rejection of his corrupt and purposeless administration at the polls. However, in spite of the amount of state funds he has illegally committed into the evil plot, the embattled governor is failing, placing his faith in the guns and banditry of hired grooms ferried from across the country, specifically PDP states. Mr. Godwin Obaseki fatally underestimated the bravery, resilience, and resolve of Edo people to put an end to his disastrous reign, no matter what. To his utter surprise, in all parts of the state, the people have refused to be intimidated and have stood up valiantly to his agents of terror. Rather than cowering in silence and hide in their homes as intended by the irresponsible evil governor, They have instead mobilized in large numbers and stood firm, insisting on their right to participate in a free and fair election. The downing failure of this front, rather than bestow sense on the governor and his co-travelers, has instead driven them into another frantic search for additional arms and ammunition across the country. More concerning, it has also sparked a relentless and well-funded plot to infiltrate the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC), where they hope to swap the will of the people freely expressed at the polling units with their own pre-written scripts and illegal ballots. On Thursday, the 27th of August, we received reliable information on a secret meeting between Mr. Mike Igini, INEC's resident electoral commission, Akwa Ibom State, and Governor Godwin Obaseki. Around 3 a.m., Mr. Mike Igini was seen driving into the private residence of Governor Godwin Obaseki in the company of two other known allies of the governor, of whom was identified as Mr. Aslem Ujizwa. At the meeting, Mr. Mike Igini, Governor Godwin Obaseki, and other top PDP allies designed and examined ways and strategies to rig the outcome of the September 19 governorship election, with an exclusive focus on the production of fake ballots and the inducement of recruited INEC ad hoc staff to aid the success of the rigging plans. Mr. Igini and the other associates of the governor left the meeting held in the governor's private residence with sacks of money, which undoubtedly was illegally sourced from the state treasury, as bribes for their cooperation and participation in the criminal attempt and plans to subvert the election and undermine the will of the people. Already, before the meeting, we have received numerous information backed with proof on Mr. Guinness' illegal conscription of youth corps members who will be playing vital roles in the conduct of the election as ad hoc staff. Some of the corps members have volunteered information on how they were contacted by Mr. Igini and offered this to help the PDP at the polls in exchange for cash benefits. Mr. Mike Igini was quoted by them to have personally assured safety and protection against any prosecution if they accept the offer to rig the election in favor of the PDP and Governor Godwin Obaseki. We have also obtained pictures of Mr. Igini at Protea Hotel, where visiting national commissioners were lodged, apparently running the errands of Governor Godwin Obaseki and the PDP. Well, so guys, this information that the APC is trying to give us, as if they were at the meeting, they planned it together. You know, they know themselves. So all these allegations here and there, I know it will not hold water. Even PDP will still come, they will still not hold water, because they are just entertaining the masses. That is just what I am seeing here. And Nigerians who will be falling for all of this story here and there, you know, they will be doing themselves a disservice, because these people are not serious. Tomorrow now, Obaseki and the PDP, they will come and begin to levy allegations against them, this and this and this and that. I don't just know who are they telling. Tell the police and let the police do the needful. All this accusation here and there, to me, it's nothing. And also the same way, this man, the Godswill Akpabio, Senator Godswill Akpabio, the same thing, the same way he cried, oh, Mike Igini this, oh, Mike Igini that, oh, you know, he was going back and forth, himself and APC. That was what they almost frustrated the man. They said the man is favoring PDP. Even in Rivers, the same thing, they're always calling this Mike Igini again, Edo State again. Even all the shouts, all the noise, all the allegations against the man in Akwa Ibom, in Rivers State, up to today, nothing happened. The PDP, they still won. So if they can do their investigation, because all of this is just to get, they're just distracting the people. See the way APC is talking as if they are saints. PDP will still come now. You say, oh, PDP is, they are saints. Oh, they are being marginalized by or being intimidated by APC. So that is what we are going to be hearing. But the bottom line is that they are saying Mike Igini has perfected plans to rig a election for PDP and Obaseki. What do you think? Leave your comment below and let us know what you think about this.